Migrant workers are put up for sale on Saudi Arabia's largest online marketplace, Haraj. Even though the UN has long been criticizing online platforms like Haraj for facilitating modern slavery, most of the respective apps are still available. In other words, slaves are being sold online. Shocking. How does that work? And who is in charge of stopping this? With more than 500,000 visitors each day, Haraj describes itself as the largest Saudi buying and selling platform, new and used, cars, real estate, electronics, animals, and, as a recent investigation suggests, human beings are on the list as well. Unfortunately, this is not limited to Haraj, but let's look at the app as an example. According to the report, dozens of listings are posted each day by Saudi citizens advertising migrant workers. Haraj users can buy or rent them as maids, cleaners, nannies and drivers. Foreign laborers in these fields are in a vulnerable position in Saudi Arabia. They don't get full civil rights and can live and work in Saudi Arabia only if a Saudi citizen signs as being legally responsible. This practice is called kafala. The legal guardian, or kafil, will write up contracts and even the terms of the worker's visa. As a consequence, people from abroad that want to work in Saudi Arabia post on Haraj to find a kafil that could help them. Here, a man from Yemen is looking for a kafil, and here, a man from Sudan is looking for new work because his kafil hasn't finalized the necessary paperwork for him. In this post, a Saudi citizen offers this man as a worker, writing, "Salamu alaikum, this guy needs a kafil. If you want him, write me on WhatsApp." Kafils pass their workers on to other kafils, also outside of the Haraj app. Money is exchanged between the kafils, which makes it human trafficking. Workers find themselves in a situation of slave labor. The forms of abuse vary. Some Saudi citizens withhold their workers' passports. Others might physically discipline them and expect them to work day and night for less than €6 a day. The kafala system is binding and legal not only in Saudi Arabia, but in other countries like Kuwait, Qatar, the United Emirates, as well as Jordan and Lebanon. Selling your workers is illegal, however, but the practice seems to be continuing regardless, even though the UN had already issued a slavery warning in regard to Haraj in 2020. The UN estimates that 50 million people worldwide are living in a state of modern slavery. And the internet, including social media in particular, play a crucial part in that. Haraj is not the only platform with this kind of problem. In 2019, Facebook, now Meta, came under scrutiny when it became public that domestic workers in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia were being illegally bought and sold online. Some of the trade had been carried out on Meta-owned Instagram. Posts were promoted via algorithm-boosted hashtags and sales negotiated via private messages. So, are the platforms responsible? This has been the subject of an ongoing heated discussion. Are platforms just content providers with no responsibility, or publishers to be held responsible for what happens on their pages? But apart from the platforms themselves, there's also the app stores that could play a part. In the Instagram scandal in 2019, Facebook only took limited action until Apple threatened to remove Facebook's products from the App Store if they didn't crack down on the practice. Should Google and Apple have to ban apps that are used for illegal activities like slave trade or human trafficking? And should the platforms in question be punished? What's your view? Let us know.